Hello guys. Not sure if this is actually working. What's up, piece of cake? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? I don't know if notifications get sent out for these streams. I'm just gonna have to get one thing. I'll just be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. No idea if this is working. YouTube's a bit funky. I can't check if notifications get sent out because I'm not a member. I would normally send check another account to see if members get. So I'm just mixing my drink in a bottle right now. But I see likes. I see people liking the stream, but I don't see any viewers. It's so weird. Okay, so the idea. I entered the channel as you sent it. I've got no idea. I've got no idea. So you could be the only one here. You could be the only one here, piece of cake. There could be people just hiding in chat. I think I can see chat participants. It's just you. It's just you, piece of cake. This is a one-on-one stream. But I do have 2 likes on the stream, so maybe not. I haven't liked the stream, so. The idea is I'm gonna make some attack teams and some defense teams. I'll run through attack teams first, just because they're easier. Today's stream is about making the teams, and tomorrow's stream will be about modding them. It's just as simple as that. So I'm going to be doing some attack teams. As you can see, I've got empty teams just sitting here. Then it's broken up by my my roadmap team and my clearance team. And then what I've decided to do is just put all the leaders that I think I could potentially use and try and make a team for every single leader. Effectively the air quotes best team possible, but trying to take into account characters that I've already used to a certain extent. You know? To a certain extent. I have made a list of characters for defense teams, and I can put that list on the screen right now. Wait, let me make the font a little bit nicer. 1 second. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Format, font. Make it size 20. Is that too big? Should be alright. Should be okay. Let me just format it a little bit. There we go. So you'll see this a bit easier now. And this is my list of characters. Oh, 1 sec. That can be used on defense teams, and effectively my idea here would be I'll go through this in a bit more detail when I go over the defense teams, but the top ones are must use if you have them to certain grades. So for instance, I think for Rosie it is LB2, I think for Amani it's LB2, for Sebastian I think it's LB3. Wangfar is a must-use just because he's the best leader. Because in terms of the most powerful teams will have Wangfar as a leader, and that's because you don't have to take any anti-burn and anti-bleed with the Wangfar. He does it himself, whereas no other leader does that, and generally leaders aren't that great. So you're gonna have to take another character that's anti-burn and anti-bleed. So you've only got 3 slots for air quotes, powerful characters, whereas on a Wang Fa team, you've got 4 slots for powerful characters. The next up, we'll have Lao Po. I would say she's a must-use, and William. I think these 2 characters are going to be slightly, easier to counter because you've got like Ransack for Lao Po. For William, you've got like exhaust and stuff now in the game. Andre is a must-use character, but like not by himself, obviously. Like some of these characters will hit the other things. Like the third list is synergy usage. Andre is a synergy character, but he has to be in your team if he's LB2 or LB3, where he gets the 45% defense bar. You just have to team him up with at least one other tough character. You only have to do one. It could be 2, but at least one. And then it's just really, really good. Good to use is just characters that are reasonably good by themselves. They don't necessarily need other characters to be good. They're just good to slot in. These are slot characters. Like if you've got an open space on a team and you need like let's say a strong character, you can just throw Marcus in that team, and it's generally going to be pretty good. It's going to make that team more powerful as well because of the resists. Synergy characters will only be good to use in very specific teams. For instance, like Commands, Rick 2K and Lee in this team would only be good because you need someone to command. For instance, like Barker. If you've got Barker lead, having a command with Barker is very good. If you've got Kapoor here, he's also in synergy because he requires a command to actually be actually useful in any way. Like Uncle Sam probably requires Andre to be used. There's certain, again, Razzo requires a defense leader to be used. So, for instance, would require like Priya lead and potentially Andre as well. And even then, questionable. Romanov, Dayu, potential usage there. Just like they'd be kind of more niche usage characters, but I still think they're like more in just synergy. Specialists are potentially good synergy characters or potentially good to use characters as well, but they only bring very specific things to the table. Like Ajax is only going to be used because of anti-burn and bleed. Then you've got Molly. She's got the revive stuff going on in her kit. She should be going into teams where you want to get pickups just on random, which is nice. But she doesn't have any synergy usage really. She's just a medic. Jiafeng is anti-burn and bleed again. I would say she's probably one of the weaker ones, but yeah, anti-burn and bleed again. Davey is a good character to use, but I see him specifically being good at that turn 1 bonus HP before the enemy get to attack, so that's really good. Mike and Cliff is just like, if you've got a character on your defense team where it's like, damn, this character is getting kind of wrecked, putting a Mike or a Cliff in that team could, increase their survivability. What's up, Eric? What's up? Just doing some team building stuff for attack and defense. I just went over some basic stuff on my team lists for characters for defense teams. We'll come back to defense later. But the niche usage characters are like, very, very rarely will these characters be useful, but potentially they could be useful. So, for instance, Easter Eva has potential because she gains a lot of offensive ability off of her specialist skill. She can be quite, make reasonably defensive and still be quite offensive. The fact that she's tough as well means she can be put in a team with Andre and get massive defense bonus. Then you have characters like Eugene, same sort of deal, can be made defensive on a roll, makes him offensive. So, yeah, there's just a couple of synergy stuff going on here. We'll go to attack teams first. Attack teams are a little bit easier. And I saw you said trader pizza cake. I do, and thank you very much, Moth, for the rejoin. I do appreciate that. I'm not sure if you're in chat. I do appreciate that. My chat's kind of messing up right now. It doesn't say I've got any viewers, but I think it's because it's a members chat thing and it's just messing up. But I'll just keep talking. I'm good at talking. I've got my traders here. This is for attack. So like, I've got an idea for a Michelle team, which I'll come back to later. I'll put in my team that I've been using a lot. This team I've been using a lot, and I still will probably use it during this war. And it is this team right here. It is going to have Carol. The only issue I have is if I want to use Carol outside of this team, yeah, I've got a little bit of problems because my Carol, I messed up actually. Not messed up my Carol specifically, but like messed up a weapon that I could potentially use in her hands. And I'm going to use this weapon here for Kenny. Means that he can get extra attack on the first turn against someone who's max HP. So that's nice. We're going to use a strong attacks weapon on this character here. Oh no, wait, was this the team that I was using before? No, we didn't have command. We didn't have command. We did not have command. We had. I know this is weird, but I don't like. I like Titan being at the back there. So I have Titan at the back. I think we had William here. Not command. My bad. And then we had William. And then we had strong attacks weapon in the hands of Titan, and it's the Sophia's baseball bat. So this one. He only gets the attack bonus here and the stun improvement. He's not going to be getting 1535, but he doesn't necessarily need it. He's going to be getting a 20% attack buff anyway. It doesn't seem to be too problematic. And then in the hands of William, we're going to be using this weapon. And this is just the Ransack. It's really good against very particular characters, stealing away defense buffs, stealing away basically mainly defense buffs. Honestly, a lot of the time it's defense buffs at the moment. And then the last character I'm going to be using quite a rare weapon, which is this weapon. But I think any 1535 would be good. You could potentially use a diamond knife if you wanted, but diamond knife isn't as good as this weapon just because this weapon you can control with crits, whereas diamond knife is pure RNG, and I think you can get crit rate up to over 50% quite easily. So effectively, this weapon has over a 50% chance for the third slot to proc because I have over 50% chance to crit, whereas a diamond knife is like 35% just base. And so that's going to be the team. You can see this is unmodded, I think. I don't think I modded Kenny. Yeah. So already the damage is looking pretty nice. So when I come to modding this team tomorrow, I'm actually looking, it looks pretty good. So I may actually change how I do things. I think it'll be pretty dumb, but I may not do attack on crit set. I think that would be a mistake still, but I might do like crit on crit set, just because hitting crits could potentially, I don't want to get too much into the mod side of things yet, but hitting crits on Kenny would be much better. And the fact that he's got 120k attack base already is just so good. So I think that's going to be pretty decent. Next up, we'll do another trader team. And I had an idea for a team, and this one did require an 8% weapon with 1535, and this is where I made my mistake. I made my mistake on Carol. I had a weapon and I reset it by accident. I had this weapon. I don't know why I reset it. I reset it because I've got no idea. It was a 1535 and I think it had 41% attack, or 40. It might have been because I didn't get an attack bonus, but I didn't come back to craft it. So this is a problem. I do need to have a 1535 on this team, and I don't think I've got a 1535 8%. Sorry, I need to have an 8% on this team. Let me just double check. No, I don't think I do. Because I want her to rush turn 1. So I might try and blowtorch a 1535 on that weapon. I think I've only got like 2 blowtorches though, which is problematic. The other characters I'm going to be using are going to be normal Eva. This is a weird team, but I kind of had this idea. And oh no, is this team? Actually no, this isn't this team. I think this team is the no. Okay, yeah, okay. But we will be making that team. This team is going to be the Kenny Command. Kenny Command. So we'll go into Kenny commands. Let me see. And it'll be the same premise, but it will be no normalize. And this will be to win quick. I still need an 8% weapon. And to utilize, and I'm not going to get as punished this way. It's only going to work against certain teams. Like if there's a Sebastian Milton on the other team, I'm in trouble, which is bad because I can't remove the defense. Because I don't have a ransack weapon. And we're just going to get all the same weapons in people's hands. We're going to remove that one. And you can see the damage on these characters already is pretty decent. Once they're modded again, it should be even better. I don't think anyone's modded. I can't remember if there's another trader team I wanted to make. Like, I have to think of teams that I could potentially will come up against. This is the team that I had an idea about. It was this Eva. And also this Eva. Where is she? There she is. So we had both the Evas. Then we also had the... I think it's probably best to put both the Evas together. Is it? If I haven't got the... I mean, I think I'll come back to this. I'll come back to this. It's not too much of a problem. And then we'll use commands. I think this potentially could win fights pretty quick, and it's also sort of there to counter. I think I'll use a ransack weapon here, not a 1535. I think we'll use a ransack weapon instead of a 1535. Might be the way to go. Okay, rampage. There we go. And then we'll use the 8% weapon here. There we go. And let me just double check that works. The idea of this team would be to... Let me duel someone who doesn't have a proper defense up. I think everyone might actually. I'll just duel myself. So the idea of this team would... Friendly defense. Just put that as my friendly defense. Like, I can steal a buff if I need to right now. With Eva, I wouldn't necessarily be able to take someone down with her basic attack, but I would potentially now. I would be rushing a line. And then the other Eva, I would do her signature move. Hopefully not be controlled. And then I'd have her rush. I probably would have impair resist on her. And I'd have her rush. I'd probably double resist her, actually. Like impair resist and... stun resist, I think. The reason Negan is here is so that if I run into Lao Po, Lao Po can't taunt me turn one. I know there's a lot of anti... and this can also come up against Peacekeeper. And then the next turn I try... Let's try this again. Who controlled me? Was it Sadiq? Or was it Kenny? It may have been Kenny. Okay, so like it would be rush turn 1. And then signature move. And then like ransack. And then like signature move on Carol. And then rush leader with Eva. And then kill 2. And then maybe like... I can't sig move on Negan after that. I think after that I would just have like a rush now. And then the next turn I automatically get Easter Eva's rush back and I just rush again quickly. And I should have won by then already, but that could potentially be good against like bad teams that That would be very good against bad teams. Okay, let me check some other ideas. So that's 3 teams. My normal team that I would generally use anyway. Pretty much the same team. I think this I would go with this team if a team had I'm gonna struggle with this team though. Okay, this team can't have her. This team has to have but I won't have 8%. I maybe don't have a trader as the leader here then. And I use someone like, let's use someone like Clem. Maybe Clem lead. Or I could use Michelle. Michelle does no attack. Okay. We could use Clementine here. And this would be like teams that don't have Peacekeeper but have tanks. And then I'd need to use the ransack weapon. Her base weapon I could just leave as it is. I wouldn't really care about her damage. She's more there just for support. What does her leader skill do again? What's up, Matthew? Members only. What you up to? I'm at work, so I can't stay. It's all good. I'm just doing a members only stream for like team building and theory crafting. This stream will be available after my stream ends, so if you want to rewatch it, if you want to get some ideas for some teams. I know a lot of people work on their own style of teams and stuff, but this is just to give you ideas and just to like, also just for me to actually get this done. Get this done. So this team would be more for teams that have like tanky setups like Imani and Sebastian. I'd ransack with Titan turn 1, and then I could blow up with Easter turn 1. Easter Eva turn 1. Kenny would clean up. Clem with some control. A lot of people do use defense while stunned, but that's not too much of an issue with Kenny with 100% attack after the first rush, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So this is teams with Peacekeeper on basically. Maybe I could rename that. This is basically this one's against Peacekeeper teams. This is against tanky teams that don't have Peacekeeper. This is for not very well made teams, which I don't think there are going to be many of, but teams that I could blow up really quickly. This can even be teams with Peacekeeper on it. So that's the idea there. I didn't get a notification. Yeah, I know. I don't know how it works. Unfortunately, this is the first time I'm trying to do this. I think it's pretty bad if members aren't getting notifications. I think the way it works basically with notifications is I only get to send out 3 notifications a day. YouTube automatically sends them when I upload content, but seemingly they don't do it on member streams, so I'm not sure how to fix that. I could maybe go live with a normal stream and then switch it to members only after 10 minutes. I think that might be a way to do it. I don't know. I started with my attack teams first because this is the easy stuff. I haven't gone on to defense team stuff yet. I'm just trying to think of some basic teams. So this is a team that I've used a little bit recently against Peacekeepers. It's worked quite nicely. There's a ransack in here. There's a strong attacks weapon. So I'm getting some nice buffs and stuff like that, and I can steal away stuff. This team is going to be, I haven't used it, so it might need some tweaking, but like it's going to be against teams with like Imani and Sebastian Milton and stuff like this, but that don't have Rosie and don't have Peacekeeper, so it's going to be limited teams. You know, it'll probably be teams like, probably be like behind Wang Fa lead, or Ezekiel lead with like I say, Imani. It probably could take on, actually it's going to struggle against Eris. It's a shame I have to give her the 1535 because this weapon would be great against Eris. I guess I could normalize. No, Eris isn't about normalizing. Oh no, wait, yeah, I can normalize Eris. She's the Outlast. So I just normalize Eris and just nuke her. Okay, that's fine. So Titan's there to normalize. She has got normalize resist, but no big deal. No big deal. I had a kind of idea for a team here, but I can't really remember it. I'm gonna have to probably make like this is probably my main attack team versus a lot, to be honest. To be honest, I did get one on Discord though. Nice. I did obviously do some notifications sent out on Discord just because, yeah, I wasn't sure if the notifications were going to be sent out on YouTube, unfortunately. So we'll leave it for the attack teams here. If I come up with any... there was the Michelle team. I've got this kind of cool idea for Michelle team. Okay. So bear with me a little bit. And one of the characters is quite new, so I know a lot of people don't have this character. It's Rosie. Not Valkyrie. It's Rosie. Because Rosie counters very specific characters. She counters Sebastian Milton, for instance, really, really well. Because she has exhaust on her Sinich move. Now, I've only got it to turn 2, actually. That's a problem. When does it get to turn 1? LB1, damn. Even if it's single target, LB1, that is actually pretty decent. Damn. Because if you have exhaust on... Even if it's single target, 7,000, he'll gain 100% AP turn 1. He'll take 70k damage. Rosie counters Sebastian Milton really well, and it bypasses his defense, so... But it's not going to work for me. So I'm going to have to just think of something else here, I guess. I think I originally had characters like... you need to get pulling on that well. Yeah. I'll get right on that. You need to have characters that have control in this team, and also infection. I think this is the team, one of the few teams I'm going to actually have Mike on attack. And I was thinking there could be potential that I don't use Michelle as a lead, so I might make a second team that's quite similar to this. And then have Clementine as lead, and then make it so that Clementine rushes quick, potentially stuns a bunch of people, and then the infections just take them out, you know? I can just effectively hit auto. It will only work against certain teams again. And I can't remember what other characters I had here. I had Ronaldo, I think, before. And the last character here, I'm not actually sure who it was. It might have been Titan. Or it might have been another control. Let me just see. I'll just weaponize this team. I need to upgrade her weapon. Actually, I don't think her weapon... Was her weapon that good? Oh, it is... Did I maxed it. I maxed it. It's 45% attack. Let me just save this a sec. Have I maxed that weapon? Yeah, I've done that, right? Okay, we can just 5-star it now then. Okay, now I can put whatever weapon I want in her hands. We can go with that weapon, I guess, where she's controlling characters. That's nice. I didn't mean to do that. We'll go Trader's base weapon, or we can go with maybe an impair on attack weapon. Let me just double check his base weapon. It doesn't need AP. It is nice, but it doesn't need it. Do we get in it? Do we have an impair when being attacked? I have got one, but I'd have to get out of a box. I might just do that now. I've been saving this crate for a while. I should have opened it before, to be honest, because it was probably the only weapon in there that was like decent slash like viable. The other weapons were nice, but yeah. Okay, so we get this weapon, and then this has the impair and AP down, but he's not going to get his rush as quick. 1535, lack of 1535 doesn't matter. I might just slap an AP gain on there. It doesn't matter what it gets, as long as it gets AP gain, it's good. So that'll be fine on him. It just means that his basic attacks have a chance of impairing now, which is nice. Just more control. I think it's pretty long-term control as well. 3 turns. It's nice. So I'll put that on him. We'll do the other weapons for now. We'll go with a strong attacks, just for the sake of it. And although I think I built a very specific weapon actually. Did I? I built that for a defense team character. But that could be kind of cool. He could get his rush quite quickly because he gains extra AP when being attacked, but also he should get extra AP when he does his bodyguard. We can test that out. This person definitely needs a ransack weapon. Okay, Ronaldo's got a ransack. And then the last character, I guess can be Titan. I think it can be Titan, and he can hold strong attacks weapon. We've not got any 1535s, so it's kind of strange, honestly. Oh no, we've got one 1535 just in hands of leader, so the attack won't be huge. But we're going to get a 30% attack boost because of 3 strong characters. I'll just test this out quickly. Just like the idea of it, you know. I kind of figure it's going to work. Because this team I used similar to it already. Where is it? Oh, did I not save it? Oh, there it is, yeah. So medics will be infected. He cleansed something straight away. I don't know what he cleansed. And then like I would focus the problematic target with the 500%. And then I'd confuse somebody like let's say against Priya teams. I could confuse Priya herself. Then I get another infection down. And that would be the best idea, having lots of infections. This is why I think that potentially Clementine could be so good, but it would be a very different team. And then I can still buffs. Is there anyone with a buff here? Not really. We can just defend on the last 2. Did Kenny get another go? Yeah, he did. Okay, Kenny's just wiping out their own team, but then he gets the infection, and that's the idea. That's the idea. Control as well. We do have the nuke if needed. We got 30% attack. We got 30% attack. Oh. Titan doesn't get the attack bonus here. Would it be better off? I think it's better that Ronaldo's still in buffs. Yeah, I'll leave it as is. I'll leave it as is. I'll leave it as is. Okay. And then I've still got space on my roster if I want to just magically make some attack teams. So I've got 2 more spots to make attack teams like mid-war if I need to. I think this is going to deal with the majority of the teams I'm going to come up against. Yeah, I think it's going to deal with the majority of the teams. Now we're going to move on to defense teams. And we're going to make 6 defense teams. Just looking at the clock here. I've got another stream in like 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours to 3 hours. And I've still got to eat. So we're good though. We're good. We're good. Okay, I made this list. I already showed it at the beginning. But I shall show it again. So here's a list of characters that I feel are like certain groups of characters for defense teams. And the idea is like the must-use characters are if you have these characters to certain grades, you really should be using them because they're some of the more powerful characters in the game. I think it's Rosie LB2, Imani LB2, Sebastian Milton LB3, Wang Fa grade 5, just because of his bleed reduction, but obviously I would say just get him maxed because he's not hard to get maxed. Lao Po I think is LB2 for her defense buff. It might be LB2 for her defense buff, but even I think LB1, she's okay-ish because she gets the second crit reduction. You're just losing out on stats. I think you lose out on some like speed potentially. William's really good because he's actually a good character that has burn and bleed reduction, whereas most of them aren't that great. And then Andre's like one of the best defense team characters in the game, but he can't be used by himself. He has to be used with other tough characters, obviously. So some of these characters do fit in with the other groups, like synergy usage and stuff like that, but realistically, or if you've got these characters, you should be using them in your 3 defense teams. Yo, what's up, Bretlands? The good to use characters are honestly kind of like slot in characters. I kind of identified these characters as being characters that don't really need other characters to do what they can do. Except maybe Mr. Lu. His bonus HP goes to alert and strong, so you probably want to at least have 1 or 2 other alert or strong characters on the same team, just to get some bonus there. Like Peacekeeper can go on any team just because of what his vengeance. Mr. Jones can go on mostly any teams. Just again, I think he's got infection off of turn 1, which is interesting. Claudio, you would want to team up with alert characters just for that turn 1. What is it? Turn 1 normalized resistance, but it's not too much of a big deal. Trade advance Mike Kenny Titan for a defense team. That's gonna. Don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one. And then we have like the Taras, the Barkers. These are just like good to use characters. Next up, the synergy usage characters is gonna be. You can use them in specific circumstances. You know, if you need someone to get commanded, for instance, if you have a Barker lead, you could use Lee or Rick 2K as the command with that character, and you're going to get better usage of Barker if you use the the combo there. Sawyer needs to have like heavy defense on that team to actually be usable. Raulito has very like niche synergy usage because like if you want one specific strong character on a defense team to get a defense buff, you could use Raulito on that defense team as well, and he will always give them 80% defense, which is actually very powerful in certain circumstances, especially with certain characters. And it lasts for the rest of the fight, so again, yeah, it could be powerful. Dayu, interesting character. I've seen her being used to a very, very, very high standard before. She's almost good to use, She's almost in that list. Because she can be used on any team and doesn't necessarily need anything specific. She'll just potentially revive characters when other characters die and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. Romanov is interesting just because he's a Guardian. But yeah, Rick 2K, same as the Lee. Veronica, potentially interesting just because of the fact that she can do the stun, but I think she's got quite offensive stat base. Unfortunately, Kapoor needs to have a command, so like to get the best out of him. Uncle Sam needs to have Andre realistically, and then Razzo needs to have defense leader and potentially Andre as well to really get the best out of him. These are more if you maybe don't have some of the more top tier characters. So for instance, if you've got a lot of tough characters already that are top tier, you're not necessarily going to use Razzo over, let's say, like a Vance or a Peacekeeper and stuff on a Priya team. But if you don't, Razzo could still be useful. The specialists are maybe not good characters overall to use. They just bring in something specific to the table. But they can potentially be good characters as well. So for instance, Ajax is burn and bleed resist. Molly is a standalone. She doesn't have any synergy usage from what I can see. She's just a frustrating character because of the whole like RNG revive. She has a lot of revive potential. Jiafeng is the burn and bleed resistance if you require it. I would probably not use Jiafeng for that if you can. She is decent otherwise, but that's her main specialist usage. Davey is a good character, but I kind of see him being quite important to have the turn 1 bonus HP, so I would see him more as a specialist there. And then Mike and Cliff are mainly used, I would say, just because, like, let's say you have a character that you notice is maybe, or you've got to protect them. A very particular character you've got to protect, or like, let's say you've got one of the people in must use. Let's say the first 3 characters: Rosie, Imani, Sebastian, Milton. If I was attacking that team, I'd easily identify that one character as being the problem, and I'd try and take them out as early as possible. That's where a bodyguard comes in really good usage, because the bodyguard will basically defend them for 1 turn. And also, Lao Po is good in that situation as well, because she can potentially pull attacking characters away from it being able to attack first turn, just giving you a little bit more time to survive. So combos there are pretty good. And then you've got niche characters down the bottom. A lot of these are older, but some of them have potential. Like, for instance, East Eva and Eugene are more offensive characters, but if you put the right weapons on them, team them up with the right characters, like East Eva can go with Andre, and she can get really high defense and HP with the right leader, like Tara leads. Like, I tested it out, and I got her to 50k without too much of a problem, without any defensive mods. And she will rush turn 2 natural, and she'll wipe a line. So there's very small usage there for her. Eugene could be good. If you've got an absolute defense pistol, you'll have 2 chances to absolute defend at 50% chance because of his passives. You can make him very defensive and then just rely on a roll to give him attack. He has base stun resist, so you don't have to get any stun resist. You can just give him in pair resist, so there's interesting combo there. Ronaldo can team up with Raulito if you need to get the 80% buff. His defense buff is pretty low, though. His base defense is pretty low. And then Connor is pretty interesting, just because I'd say Connor's probably the best character here. Then you have older characters, the likes of Gator Gregory. This is basically if you're really missing particular characters on the good to use list. Most of these characters have bad stat balance or average stat balance, so they'll, like, let's say a character has 45k total stats, they'll all have 15k each, whereas the ones in good to use will have 10k attack and then like an extra 3 to 2k defense and HPs, and that makes a lot of difference off base, because all the multipliers, it gives them like, it'll give them like 10,000 extra HP potentially at the end, so that's a lot. So for instance, Lao Po I can get to 60k, whereas someone like Alpha or someone like Gregory, I'd probably be able to only get to 50k on defense and HP. Okay, so we're going to just start working through some teams, and I'm going to try and get some synergy usage here. I think Wang Fa is the best leader in the game because you can use 4 top tier characters with him, whereas these other teams, you have to have a burn and bleed resist in there straight away. So for instance, like this team, I'd have to go with let's say a William. As much as I think William's a good character, I have to go with William in this team, and you see that just basically leaves me with 3 slots left, or a Jiafeng, but it only leaves me with 3 slots left for like decision making when it comes to the rest of the team. Whereas Wang Fa leaves me with 4 slots. I can stack it with 4 really strong characters. So generally try and make your strongest team behind a Wang Fa. He also has that stun, which is really annoying as you take out his teammates. So and he's fast, so he can hold fast healing weapons, so it's good. So I think I'm also going to team him up with Lao Po. I think they get some sort of synergy bonus there because they're both Typhoon. So we're going to go Lao Po on this team for sure. Now, Lao Po can protect somebody, or like have a chance to protect somebody because of the fact that she does the taunt. So I can put someone on here who's like more of an interesting top tier character. I like to stick a Headless Herschel in to cleanse the bleed on defense. On defense. Does he cleanse everybody? But he'll get taken out turn 1 a lot of the time, I would assume. He'll get taken out quite a lot. Let me just bring this up on my other monitor so I can have this to refer to. So I'm probably going to stack this with like a couple of my must-use characters, and I only have Wang Fa, Lao Po, and William Andre, and William can't be on this team because he needs to be on another team. And if Andre's on this team, I can't use Andre and Davey together. But I potentially could have Andre on this team as well. Where is he? We need to go to tough. Andre. And then I could pick 2 characters from good to use. Who would, like, I need at least 1 tough character. So I could go for Peacekeeper in this team. We could go for Peacekeeper. Do we put Peacekeeper in? We put them in the line, right? Yeah, we put those in the line. That seems like a good move. So put Peacekeeper in. Where is he? Peacekeeper. And then the last character, I mean, that isn't actually going to get much of a bonus. The defense bonus he's getting is nothing. So that's a waste, I think. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. And I mean, I could put Rosie in this team, but she's only grade 5. I just want to see the kind of stats she's going to get base. Actually, is she leveled up, actually? She's not. She's not. Is she fully leveled up? I did actually get her weapon up quite high now. So that's decent. She's getting a lot of HP. She needs defense. She gets a 50% defense buff off base. So that's not going to be a problem, I guess. I think her stats aren't going to be an issue. I think Andre in this team is a waste. So we won't use Andre. I could use a bodyguard, maybe. Don't forget to hit like. Yeah, don't worry too much about it. It's a members only stream, so it's a bit, yeah. It's a bit messy, I'll be honest. YouTube is a bit messy on the members only stream. I do apologize, guys. I put on the Discord as much as I could, and yeah, unfortunately, I will do like a members only post on my YouTube, so it links to everybody as well. What other characters? I've got like heavy taunts. These are all 3 taunts, so there's easy resist there. I need a character that will do something at the start of the fight. Like, before the fight starts, something will happen. I mean, I could put my Sebastian Milton on this team. it just be all in on this one team. This is like stacking this team with as many of the must use. I mean, I would recommend this though. He's low level at the moment. But look at his stats already, and he's actually been leveled. So I could do this. The only problem with Sebastian Milton on this team is he is. I think this is the way to go though. Just a lot of characters you got to kind of like do something about. My Rosie's gonna defend turn 1. And then I just put a fast healing weapon here. All the other weapons are done, I think. Set this weapon. I did kind of upgrade that weapon from the 93k. What's it go to? What's the base? It doesn't get much of a boost. Why does he get no boost? Oh, because it's going from 35 to 38. Oh, my game's lagging. Awesome. What other weapon could we potentially use? This is without mods, remember, guys. So the stats are looking pretty good. We need defense on Wang Fa, obviously. Defense on Rosie. And probably like a bit of both on Sebastian. And I'd probably go with HP on Peacekeeper. Now the only problem with using all the good characters in one team, air quotes, is I am doing a 10 pull on my stream tonight as well. I've got 10 God Mythic pulls that I'm going to do. So maybe I get Sebastian Milton there, get a little bit lucky. Maybe I get another Peacekeeper. I might do 20 pulls actually, because I just want to have 100 pulls left for the Arav event, which I should definitely have. We'll leave that as it is now, for now. This is where I think I'm going to use Andre. So we'll go with Tough. And we won't use Vance, sorry, we'll use, or maybe we will, I'm not sure. We'll use this character. This is where I'm going to use Davy. And this is where I'm going to use who else have we got? Tough and Fast. I could use Negan. Barker, William, Rosie, Rick, Sebastian. I don't need Rick in that team. Damn, you better imagine that. No worries, it's all good. What's up, Bashar? Welcome to the stream. Let me look at this list again. I'll just show the list that I'm just playing with. I don't think Moon or Basham saw it. Just like a kind of list of characters that I think are like potential usage in certain setups. I mean, I could use Uncle Sam in this team because it would get the boost. It's because I'm gonna have a massive lack of offense here. So use Uncle Sam, and this is potentially. I know this looks strange. This is potentially where I could use someone like East Eva. Although she's not really getting that much of a buff here. Oh no, right, yeah, because I haven't given her the right weapon yet. When I do the weapon, did I get? Yeah, the weapons on the other team are sorted. Wait, are they? Let me just double check. Did I do his weapon? I didn't. Oh, I did. Okay. East Eva, we can give. What weapon do we want to give her? Like a weapon like this. She's not getting any HP here. But that doesn't matter, I don't think. This is very niche though. This could be just someone who has maybe Cliff, but then this has just got no kill potential. I was finishing an edit when you went live and wanted to finish it real quick. Did you get a notification or did you just get a notification of Discord? I'm not sure how it works, to be honest. Characters with kill potential. Characters with kill potential. There's not many tough or fast characters with kill potential outside of like Lao Po or. I mean, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Peacekeeper. We won't do that so at the moment. We won't do that just yet. I feel like okay. It's weird. Could have swiped away though. What about another like cheeky character? I've been thinking about maybe Alpha. Oh, her defense stats are just so low, man. Let me just quickly check how high her defense could get in the right scenario. Like all things bleached. We're not gonna give her mods. 43. She'd be protected by Uncle Sam, but the idea is that she'd have kill potential with infection. Zachary will just be countered easily. Unless I use this for a tower team, but that'd be a waste of... Oh, okay. Maybe I use Jessie Anderson, actually. She's got slow kill potential, but it's decent. 60% infection. I think I will try and use Jessie Anderson, actually. Wow, her defense stats again. She's so low, man. Yeah, we'll just upgrade that. Whatever. We'll give her absolute defense. See what I'm saying? Like these OG characters have such bad base stats. You can get them to 50k, 50k, but that's about it. This is pretty much the same as Alpha, I think. Oh, my mouse is annoying me. It's gonna be the same as Alpha. 45k. Okay, we'll do this though. I'll keep that as the time being. This team probably want to have a Mr. Lou on here and a Steve, and I have an idea for another character. I don't know what my neighbors are doing. It's like hammering away. Heard drills and stuff. Housework on a Thursday apparently. I had an idea of using this character. And who was the other character? Mr. Lou. Mr. Lou. Okay. We'll just get the weaponry sorted. Absolute defense on him. So he's got double absolute defense. Then we have him as the window. Yeah, window. It's 70k HP, man. And that's the wrong weapon. There we go, that's the right weapon. It's only got 34k defense. Alright, yeah, this is right mods. So, and then this weapon will be that one. Or it'd be the absolute defense. Probably absolute defense, I guess. Yes. Okay. Do we want to use his base weapon? Maybe not. I don't think his base weapon's that good. Cleanse weapon. He needs defense. His base defense is so bad, man. So like that's with a 25% buff. He's got 28% defense. That's so weird. 28,000 defense. What's his max stat? 23k. I mean that's. I mean it's just his attack's so high. We'll probably just leave him on base. We'll leave him on base. And he'll be getting kills. Okay. Let me just test this team quickly. I'm just going to defend. I just want to see what it's like against these teams. So, if I have this as my friendly, and then I just attack it with this team, what happens if they survive? You know what's up, Mini Baker lads? Okay. He didn't gain 100% AP. Oh, he's not got a passive for AP yet. Okay, I need to get that. Maybe I can't get that actually. And maybe he's not usable because of that. That might be why I can't use him. So he might not be usable. Who got stunned? Negan? I think Negan got taunted. I guess I resisted. How did I resist? Oh, she's not got any mythic abilities yet either. Yeah, that's great. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. I don't think I can use Rosie realistically on this team. This is gonna be like literally soul killing, making defense teams. I don't think I can use Rosie. Not on this team. I can't use Sebastian Milton. Let me just double check again. Discord. I'm pretty sure he doesn't get the AP gain. Need 20% AP. Yeah, he doesn't get the AP gain. He'll be able to rush naturally turn 2. AP gains LB. Yeah, LB2 for AP gain, LB3 for the defense. Like, he kind of needs to be LB2 for usability, and then LB3 for like top level usability. So I don't think I can use him, to be honest. I don't think I can use him unless I get lucky tonight in my pools, in the 20 pools I do, and get 2 Sebastian Miltons. He is gonna have to get binned. So this team's been pretty much reset. Fantastic. And at this point, I could just swap her out for Payback for Vengeance, and that'll probably work better. Let me just find him. Come on, tank. Yeah, okay. Let's put some weapons in these hands. Crit reduction here. Not like bonus HP is going to be an issue. I need a HP weapon realistically. I don't think I've got any. Ooh, okay, there we go. Slightly better. Okay. Okay, their stats are looking a bit nicer now as well. Let me try out this one. I would put Cliff in instead of Sam. Yeah, I could potentially put Cliff in. He's in pretty much the same sort of list. I can only use Uncle Sam. I can only use Uncle Sam in a team with Andre. Like, it's impossible otherwise. Cliff has usage of Barker team as well. I kind of think double bodyguard is better than a singular. Where's my team? Okay, I put the wrong weapon in someone's hands. That should be correct now. Okay. Has he got mods? Nope. So we're looking at 29,000 bonus HP for a lot of these characters. Off turn 1, that's decent. Andre obviously gets more. I haven't maxed out his passives yet, so he's going to get slightly better. And then if I just defend... Did we get the proc coming? I guess we did. 36,000. Why is he not getting more bonus HP though? That's kind of weird, right? It's his again. I don't think I maxed out Davies' passives, Andre's passives. I have to get on these. Look at the defense downs, and I've not even done anything. It's crazy, actually. Why has she got minus 50% defense? Is that her? She didn't do her signature move though. Ah, it's because she's a tank. Why has she got? Oh, it's because of Negan. Okay. Yeah, the minus defense is nice. Okay. Rush taunt. Bonus HP. Just need the Davy proc to come in turn 1 and it'll be okay-ish. Yeah, we'll think about we'll think about Uncle Sam. Who else is on my list? Razzo, Sawyer, can't really be used in these teams. Vance. I mean, I can just throw a Vance in there. It's just way too standard at that point. Like, it's one of the easiest teams to attack. Angel, I think, is, you know, a bit too easy to just leave alone. I want someone who's going to be a problem, like, offensively, to a certain extent. Can't really see anybody, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Maybe Wang Fu for Tara and Laopo for Sam. The issue I'd face there is I would not be getting the bonus HP that I would normally be getting because I don't have the same weapon. I don't have this weapon on Wang Fu. This is attached to Tara. So that's why I'm getting bonus HP. Or extra bonus HP. Basically. And then again, I'm putting a lot of my eggs in one basket there. You got a hell weapon. I've got a hell weapon for Davey, yeah. So I mean, I can put that team here. Let's get the tough characters out. Where is he? Andre. And we've got Davey. And Peacekeeper. And then it's a bit easier on the weapons this way as well, to be fair. All the stats looking pretty nice already. All the stats looking pretty nice. How much they getting? 14k. I mean, it's not terrible. 14k, and won't the fast healing always go to Davey if I don't have to heal other people? Yeah, so the bonus HP came in. Yeah. Maybe I'll stick with that one. Seems reasonable. I'll test it out tomorrow with mods. We'll mod that team. I'll switch out Eugene for now on the other defense team, and I'll put who should I put in here? I think I'll put Marcus in here. It's pretty nice to have anti-stun. I potentially could put Rosie on this team, actually, though. That would actually be, I think, a team where she could be used. Just because she's going to be getting much better boosts. And I've got the line weapon here, I think. Is it like a defense boost or something? Is it defense? Oops. What is it? Oh, no, it's not. I haven't got the line boost here. The line boost weapon is... different weapon. And I could go for that one instead, but he gets a massively... what is it? Defense? Oh, it's just HP. She goes up to 85k HP now. That's pretty nice. And doesn't she get bonus HP based on her HP? Yeah, she does, off of Mr. Lou. So as long as she survives turn 1. What's her force slot on her weapon? Oh, that's the defense bonus. Is it better to have reduction to crit over defense bonus? No, we don't want the killing one. She won't have the taunt anymore, though. I don't know how useful that taunt is. We could try that team. Check out that team. Just to try it out. I think after one turn, that team gets nuts amounts of bonus HP, to be honest, so that team might be decent. Okay, I should get someone stunned. She'll shield turn 1. And I get 20. Is it flat 23k for everybody, or is it? It should be based on their bonus. Yeah, okay, 40k bonus HP I get for her. Yeah, so as long as I survive turn 1, the team becomes pretty nice. I think I need to have a better weapon, actually. I'll put a different weapon on her. Because I've got the absolute defense pistol now. So I can put on somebody. Do I put the absolute defense pistol on him? Or her? The person who holds it doesn't get the buff. Okay, I guess the person I wouldn't want to get the buff would be Pamela. I want the other ones to get the defense buff. I don't have the absolute defense gun. Yeah, it does make a difference. Main thing I'm doing it for though is the 4 slot, the alert defenses. So as long as you have that other one, that this was in another event, this one, you could use this one instead, and just swap out like the 2nd slot. That's the main reason I'm using it. Absolute defense is nice, but the main reason I'm using it is the defense bonus, right? The main reason I'm using it is the defense bonus. So let's just try this again. So after the first turn, she'll give everyone 30% defense. Except for Rosie, because she's getting 50% defense from her weapon. And then but after that turn, she'll now get 30% defense from her. And then it will override, and she'll do a signature move now, actually. Yeah. She rushes naturally turn 3. It's actually interesting. Naturally turn 3. I thought she was 66 AP. Where's her, she's 75. How does she rush naturally turn 3? She defended the first turn as well. Oh, it's because of William. Yo, that is definitely the combo that you need to do. Natural turn 3 rush on her. Oh, I don't have to confuse. If you have Rosie though, definitely need to have them two together, because she gets a natural turn 3 rush. That is actually really powerful. She'll do Sig turn 1, Shield turn 2, Natural Rush turn 3. That is nuts. So those two must be used together. And the bonus HP, you can see it is stacked. Okay. Now there are obviously easy counters to this team. Like Tex, you know you should be using your LB3 Rosie on attack, right? You should be using Rosie on attack. Like you come up against a Sebastian, just use her signature move on him, and Sebastian will kill himself turn 1. It's 70k exhaust damage. Just target Sebastian. The extra exhaust is nice. Like try it against that team that Sly put up, and just exhaust Sebastian turn 1 with Rosie, and you'll just see you blow up that team. Because I think he even had William on that team, so it'll do extra damage that way as well. Okay, I'm liking that team. That's looking okay. Might have to make some tweaks. It's nice to actually be able to use Rosie. This team's binned, so we'll just get rid of these. I'll come up with something else later, I guess. I might not just use Tara now, because I'm using too many primary tough characters here. Like, how can I use Tara? Like, there's just no one to use. There's not much I can do. Now, another team I had an idea was with a like kind of loop team. Not trying to like necessarily win, you know. But be really slow. Or like just try and slow it down basically. So double bodyguards. The issue in this team is I need to have someone who's anti-burn bleeds. But I was thinking about this team for a tower team. The issue is I can't use Mike if I have him in a tower, which is just bad game design. You know, like the only team I can't use, I could use all of those 25 defense team characters I'm using, but the team in a tower, hell no, bro. Hell no. Obviously I can't use William because I'm already using William. I could potentially use Ajax. He's only LB1 though. I think that's it. I don't think I've got any other characters that are anti-burn and bleeds. And then what I'd have like Vance in this team, I guess. Where is he? Vance. But if it's a tower, no, I can't use it as a tower team. I think I'm going to use my Zeke as a tower team. No cuts, so I get him to LB1, no problem. That's not a problem. Jiafeng, she only gives bonuses to strong and alert, not tough. So the tough characters here wouldn't get the resists. Same with Carl, I believe. See, at this point, because I'm using Vance and Cliff, I could potentially use them. There's just so many characters that you have to have. I guess I could just not use Mike, and then I wouldn't have to use him, and then use this in a tower instead. It's a shame because Vance is actually pretty decent for a non-tower team. It's a struggle. Like my third team is always going to be a struggle. My first two teams are not going to be as tough, but I guess let's make it behind. Let's make it behind Zeke first because he's rainbow. It just makes it easier. Basically, every character that I haven't used that's decent tier, I should be using here. And I've used Rosie. I can't use Sebastian realistically. Used Wang Fei, used Lao Po, used William, used Andre, so all those characters are gone. Sorry, I'll just show the list on the screen again. I've used Peacekeeper. I don't really want to use Angel realistically, but I guess I could in this third team. Marcus may be actually pretty decent. Marcus, Vance, Morgan. Marcus, Vance, Morgan. Is that a combo? Marcus, Vance, Morgan. Taunts. Removes. What does Let me just double check. So we've got like Marcus. Put Marcus in here for the time being. Is he not a tank? Marcus isn't a tank. I am surprised. What is Marcus then? Control? Huh. Tough. I think Vance is a medic. And then I could try it. Like, I think this team's just gonna be like one shot. Basically, this team's just way too easy to destroy. It's got no bonus HP, got no defense buffs. Like, it's just, yeah. I guess I could get a small defense buff on this team. Very small. Who's the last character I was gonna put in this team? Was it? Maybe Dayu? Maybe. Dayu. Let me just check out her maxed out kit. The 100% chance this character recovers from all penalties. And the revive. 40% chance to revive a single teammate is nice. If she was a medic, it'd be nice. I haven't used Molly actually. Molly should be used in a team realistically. I'm gonna throw Molly into this team. Ah, okay, actually. Okay, let me just we're gonna jump out of this, and I'm gonna go back up to that Tara team because I can use Molly, Vance, and Cliff in this team. Not Lydia, Molly. And then Vance. Son of a gun. But then I've got one more character that I need to use. There's no one that gives bonus HP anywhere, right? Can I be cheeky and just search for bonus HP? Does that work? Sort of. Skins would be it. I have no kill potential on that team though. How quick can skins get bonus HP? It's probably quite slow, right? Marcus's control, yeah. It was interesting. I don't think you can get... I mean, he gets turn 1 because of combat medic. No worries, mini baker lads. I'll be streaming this evening. The evening stream, you know. Oh, the 8% weapon. Okay, and at this point, I guess I could make a windowless team rather than... I'm kind of short on fast weapons though, to be honest. And I have a 50% reduction weapon. HP's nice and high, defense not so much, defense not so much. Okay, this guy's weapon will be the Clementine one. Yeah. This needs to survive turn 1 though. That is easily the weakest team now. Easily. Friendly. Yeah, attack the Guardian Shield, so no bonus HP. Good job, mate. If he does it again, he's getting the sack. Did he hit a crit? He didn't. Yeah. So I think this team basically needs a lot of crosshairs resists to stop, and then like these two will just be randomly reviving constantly. That's the idea, right? This character needs to be kept alive much better though. %100 defense buff. How did she get 100% defense? Did she... When reviving, when a teammate revives, she's not be critting very often. Two of my characters got 100% defense. There must be something I'm just missing. 3 of my characters did. 4 of my characters did. Was that because... I'm actually baffled. How did that happen? Oh, it's her rush. Man, you know, I never knew Tara did that. Because I very rarely ever see Tara rush. Oh man, I never knew Tara did that, to be honest. Yeah, interesting. Oh, it's the fact that she's... okay. So I'm getting attack bonuses now. Because of they're on defense team. Oh, all medic role characters. That's probably why I haven't seen it, because there aren't too many medic role. When there's 3 other medics, this is actually not too bad, I guess, then. You know, ideally I'd use Davy on this team instead of Skins. But I can't use Davy twice. That team is kind of like meh. Do I have to use Davy on this team? I think I kind of do. Do I have to use Andre here? I don't think I maybe have to use Andre here. Who could I use instead? Andre protects Davy, but Davy's going to do the bonus HP turn 1, so it's not as needed. Man, I don't think this team is maybe... We're doing it again. I think maybe I put Molly in this team instead. But we need something to... I need someone to, like, give turn 1. This team just, like, was okay. We can switch it around. I just want to see if I can get slightly better... Let's go for Molly. I think we just go for a standard team here, to be honest. It just makes more sense. I don't spread my weapons as badly that way as well. So we'll go for the combo. Not much kill potential. Yo, welcome back, Moon. Oops. Welcome back. Friendly Joe, myself. Yes. And I think we just have lots of crosshairs and critical hit reduction. Only around 2. I think maybe like some defense wall, something. You see my message? Oh, you messaged me on Discord. Alright, yeah, I'll do that on my stream later though. Okay, I'm set with those 2 teams for the moment. We'll mod those. Those seem like reasonable. I need someone to do something. Like bonus HP or buffs. I need to have it as early on in the fight as possible as well. Maybe I go for Marcus in this team. And the only reason I say this is because I've got like a special weapon for Marcus as well, which is reasonable. Because he's got base. Because he's got base stun on his kit. He doesn't need any, like, it could be a window. Yeah, it's pretty decent. He just needs the HP now. And her weapon, I can give her like 1535 absolute defense. I don't have one. Maybe that weapon instead. Then I can go with defense while confused. They've got stun resist. I don't know, man. Mike can just get wrecked so easily though. He can get wrecked and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything before, like, I want to do something before the enemy attacks. Right? I want to do stuff before the enemy attacks if I can. So like if I set up this team now, they should all have stun resist before, well, I don't think I've maxed it. So I have to decide the teams before I start investing on resources. It's hard. Oh, they have got stun resist. Okay, so they've got the stun resist. The taunt obviously worked. Wait, why did I lose focus? I lost focus straight away. How did that happen? Yo, that's it. At the start of each wave, 100% chance to remove focus from up to 3 enemies. That's it. That combo between these 2 characters is good. So I can remove focus. It can remove from damage dealers. The combo here is good. That works really well. That is potentially nice. That is potentially nice. Okay, let's defend. I know they're gonna attack again. I just want to see what my team does. So we have a taunt go off. We had it. Is that the impair signature move? So look at that. I'm fairly controlled, which is actually pretty decent. I've got no rushes. I've got no rushes to come now. Like this is my turn 3 next, and I've got no one rushing. I guess I would be gaining AP, and I must have hit an AP down on this guy. There's no way he's only got 36 AP after 2 turns, so I must have hit AP down. I don't know how. I don't have anyone with AP down, but actually, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. I'm not sure about Molly in this team. Peacekeeper's just there to be a distraction. Molly's the only one that potentially I'd remove from this team. Okay, the combo there is actually pretty nice. Who would I swap a route for? See, I can just nuke Mike so easily though. This is the problem. I mean, I guess I could go for Mike. He's gonna have to have the most amazing mods, to be honest. And the weapon I'd have to use on him, maybe absolute defense. Maybe this is where I use the absolute defense. Who else have I got? I've got Morgan. Doesn't add anything, I don't think. I'll go bonus defense. Yeah, I've got one. It's this one. The 4 slot. Is that what you're talking about? The 10% extra bonus defense? As again, it happens before the fight starts. So that'd be a reasonable amount. That'd be like the taunt, the focus remove, and bonus defense before the fight starts. It's actually pretty decent. %45 over 50. I only have that on like the weapon that I've got on Marcus. If you mean that. Other characters are there. Mr. Lou's being used, Marcus, Vance, Steve, Pam, Tara. I'd make it. Yeah, I'll get on that for Warrior Champions, man. Eventually, maybe. But for this weekend, it's not going to happen. I mean, actually, I do have that one. But I potentially... I mean, I don't think it's worth removing that 4 slot, though. But... that's the only other one I have. But duct tape. My duct tape's not a problem now. I actually have run out of blowtorches. I've got like 15 duct tape or something, 10 duct tape. I've got no blowtorches, pretty much. Yeah, I'll stick with absolute defense and just hope that he doesn't get wrecked. Okay. I think that's my 3 teams for the testing. Massive bonus HP. I've got to survive turn 1 with this team. I have a lot of 50% damage reduction weapons on this team though, I think. Absolute defense. Absolute defense. Mr. Lu's actually kind of a window in this team, isn't he? Like, a lot of people just attack Mr. Lu. So I need to put a weapon on him that is actually... maybe this is where I put this weapon. Where is it? I don't have that weapon equipped. What weapon have I got equipped here? Huge bonus to AP when attacking. Is Mr. Lu 66 AP? 55. 55. I guess I could swap them around. Yeah, maybe swap these around. Where are they? Am I blind? Yeah, I'm blind. Okay. So the only window is nobody. That's good. The elusive in that 4 slot wouldn't be terrible for Mike. Yeah, I don't want him to get signature move 1 shot by Kenny. That's the thing. And that is very likely to happen. That's the kind of like questionable part about that team, honestly. But I think I could wreck that team really quickly. I mean, I know that doesn't mean much. Like, generally speaking, you're going to be able to wreck your own defense teams, but yeah, like if I was to attack it. Oh yeah, that's actually it. Kenny. And the focus remove stuff. Wait, did it not happen? Oh, that's cheeky. It comes in after his. So wave comes first, then turn. That kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest. That kind of sucks. At the start of each turn. Yeah. But you know I've been trying to counter Kenny on Sully. Don't matter who you put there, Kenny is just too OP. Nah. You can definitely attack. You can definitely counter Kenny. Definitely. I think maybe you're right though. It isn't about the AP gain. So like, don't worry if they're gaining AP for free on Mike. But I have to have the reduction. It has to be there. So if I can maybe blowtorch it on this weapon, I can maybe get the the 50% reduction on this weapon. You'll get 35% defense. I can just get, you know, 45% HP or whatever. His stats are okay already. to be honest. Or I put this weapon on him. Let me just check it. What does his stats go to with this weapon? I haven't. These guys aren't modded yet. None of these guys are modded. I'm just. Okay. Let me see if I can like survive a signature move off of an unbuffed Kenny. Like mods don't really do much for an attack team. They do a lot more for a defense team. To be honest, if I can survive the signature move right now, so that's reasonable. That's reasonable, all things considered, and it crit. So I reduced the. Yeah, that's reasonable. And I gave him mass amounts of AP. That's kind of what I want to happen, actually. So maybe I'll do that, and then he'll rush turn 2 natural. But the only problem I've got, right, I think, is... does he get healed here? I've got a fast healing weapon. Maybe he does. But will he get 20% of his HP? Is that it? Is that all 20% is? Oh, I guess, yeah, because his HP is quite low right now. That weapon actually starts decent for the kind of, yeah. I think I'll just leave it with the AP on defense one. I mean, it would have been nice if it had HP on there as well. Maybe I'll try and get the other weapon to work. Let me try that in his hands. But I think with the 50% reduction, I think I need the 50% reduction to be on there. To be honest, it's a shame you can't craft weapons like the crafting system's kind of like trash. Like, I can't like just craft the weapon I need, even if it's not like a really hard to come by weapon. Let's put that blade on him. Let's check it out. Yeah, like you see, without that, look at the crit damage. It goes from 20k crit up to 53k. That's actually nuts. That is actually crazy. Who did I just kill on a basic attack there? And Kenny's nuts. Oh, that was Marcus without a weapon. Okay, yeah. He needs the 50% reduction, like 100%. Like, that makes such a big difference, to be honest. And then what I'll probably do as well is I'll probably put a graze on him to just add another layer of RNG there. You know, you could just give him, you know, extra lucky as well. Because at the end of the day, the only thing I can do is like create as many RNG scenarios as possible, basically. Let me just double check that. I didn't need to do it on that team. That team. Let me just double check the crits. Maybe it was on that team specifically that it didn't do it. What team did I attack with before? I might have attacked with this team. 123k attack. I mean, I think they got the same 128k. He's got slightly more on his team. And he gets a 20% buff. Did he have that before? Yeah, like, look at that. That's actually crazy. He reduces 30k damage with that 50% reduction. He also has slightly better defense bonus, so it's 40% instead of 35%. Yeah, so that's important. Man, it's just, like I say, real shame that I don't have a proper weapon. Now, how many blowtorches have I got? Let's have a little look. I could try and get lucky, you know. I think I've got a couple of strong weapons. I've got 5 dart tape. Awesome. 2 blowtorches, yeah. So I'd have to get crits. That's the only problem. Oh, we have actually got one. Actually, no, I don't have to have crits because 50% reduction is not a crit thing, is it? Oh, okay. Let me try and get the weapon right now. Got 2 blowtorches, man. Game. If Earl ever had to be a good guy, this would be the time. I'd probably reset this weapon later because that elusive is actually pretty decent. But This is what I need to do, right? It just needs to be successful, but not crit. Yeah, that's right. If the game ever wanted to be a good guy and give me the... We need to see that green smoke. Good. 50% reduction to crit damage. Basic attacks for 15%. Where is it? Did it get worse? Probably. Okay, one more blowtorch. Is this the right one? Yeah. One more blowtorch. We actually got a crit! No way, oh. No way. He gave us a crit. This guy actually gave us a crit. I had 7% chance to crit and he crit. Unbelievable. How long does this take? We can get it to go again. We can do 2 more of these before World Champion starts, so we can just add 1 or 2. Okay, maybe. But what would I use on the other dude's weapon now? This one? Yeah, probably this one. When he kills an enemy, he revives. Yeah, look at his stats actually. His stats go nuts. Considering he's got... like, none of these have got mods at the moment. His stats are looking pretty decent. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this, guys. I need to figure out a tower team. It'll be a Zeke team, most likely. And I'm just probably going to throw all the characters that I haven't used that I think are decent. So this is where Molly will go. For sure. Oops. Maybe Angel's just a slowdown though. So I'll put Molly on this team. Molly. And then I'll put Mr. Lou. Maybe this is where I put like Zachary. This is where I could be put a sneaky Zachary in, you know. If they don't have anti-burn bleed, they're gonna get wrecked. Put a sneaky Zachary in here. We need someone with kill potential though. Maybe this is where I do something like pour and a command. Like, do I do Rick? Kapoor Rick. Yeah, but a lot of people's best teams don't necessarily have kill potential. They're just very hard to beat. You need kill potential with towers, right? It's win or lose. There's nothing else. Oh, it's kind of like that actually in normal defenses now. It's win or lose and not much else, to be fair. So yeah, I think I'll do this, and I'll just throw a lot of absolute defense weapons in here. Absolute defense. I'll use his base absolute defense. Oh no, I won't. I'll use this one. Pretty odd weapon. Where is it? This one. And for her, we'll use this one. For him, we'll use that one. And for him, we're just gonna have that full absolute defense team, pretty much. Is that 5 absolute defense? That's 5 absolute defenses. That could actually be really annoying. That could actually be really annoying. That would be my tower team. It's the same now, and your best team has a better chance of surviving if the other team doesn't know where it is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, true enough. True enough. Okay, we'll see how terrible these teams are, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mod these teams tomorrow. the attack teams as well. I might come up with another attack team. I had another team with... I had a Jackie lead idea. I can't remember exactly where it was. I think it was quite similar to this team here. But I can't exactly remember. It might have been without... it might have been without Christmas Carol. And I think there was another team I wanted to do with Clem lead, which was with Michelle as a secondary character. But Clem has to rush quick. I don't think it's possible, though, to be honest. Scumbag Tower team, yeah. And we'll figure something out. How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours, man. This has been quite a long little stream. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I know it was kind of messed up with the way the member stuff works. I'm sorry about that, but, you know. I don't think there's a way I can change streams mid-stream. Can I change the stream mid-stream? If I can change it to public and stuff mid-stream. Let me see. I maybe can change it mid-stream. So what I will do is tomorrow, I'll start my stream. I'll start my stream public for 10 minutes and then I'll go private. So then at least people get a notification. But anyway, those are the ideas, guys. Those are the ideas. I'll probably tweak it tomorrow after I mod the teams. And I'll be doing the mod stream probably around the same time tomorrow as I did this stream today. So whatever time it is for you right now, minus 2 hours, it'll probably start around then or like 30 minutes before that. Okay? I'm going to be streaming again later on tonight in about an hour and a half's time. So I'll see you on my normal stream on Thursdays then. But for now, guys, as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Goodbye, goodbye, guys. Goodbye, goodbye.